night primetime.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Off of play action, here's Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he to throw, it's Lance. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Niners at 9-1 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now Geno on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you can...
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And they'll go for it. Lance. He's got him in, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Lance looks to throw again. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Jennings. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Lance now on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are once again back in front. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
An extra point try now for Moody. And that makes it 14-10. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what
There he goes, right side. He may go. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready, break.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Lance. And this one is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now Lance on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have yet again retaken the lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow. But right now,
Moody good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Dancing to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here we go. Davis Price. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Now we're going to stop right here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Lance now on 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the 49ers will extend their lead. Minute of the half. Now Moody for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Moore. He will return it. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And that'll bring up second down. Now Geno. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, it's Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll roll him out right. It got his man complete.
And he is going to have the Niners first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance
rolling to his right.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense.
Throwing now is Lance.
Being chased out left. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
They do go for it. Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Smith. Pass incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. And that's good for a Seahawks
On 1st and 10, Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Lance going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Forced out to his left.
He'll get this to his tight end, Latu.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Right back to Juszczyk again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
To throw, it's Lance.
Fighting to stay upright. Eluding the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
That's the end of the
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On third down, here's Walker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So they couldn't get anything there, Charles. Now fourth down from their own 2, and a bad situation, to be frank, for the special teams.
Yeah, if you are the punting team now, your number one thing is protect the punter, because you got to think they may actually come after him trying to get a big play.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Lance and company going on fourth down.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. On Wednesday. There we go.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Now Gino on first down. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Smith on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
And Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba.
And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on third down, Smith.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Tuesday.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 51 yards.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead is up to 15 now. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Geno.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
Extra point up and through by Myers, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Smith. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Smith to throw.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
3rd down and goal coming up here. Smith's going to throw it.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Colby Parkinson
There to make the grab.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll try and run it in. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Oh, no, and this is a disaster. They try to fake Spike when he gets sacked.
Now San Francisco will call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Flush to his right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now Lance
Steps away. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
This is 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw.
Dancing to his left.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Lance.
And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end,